Full on a debauchery going around. God damn it, I already fucked it up. Do I just stop it?
No! You said it right on accident.
Yeah.
You were supposed to fuck it up.
I know. This is why no one likes you.
Welcome to the Den of Debauchery.
Okay.
There are no gay Republicans.
There are so many MAGNA motherfuckers just so mad right now.
yeah.
Let me tell you about MAGNA motherfuckers being mad about some shit, okay?
Did you say?
Yes.
It sounds like you're saying Magnum. You're
MAGA.
definitely saying Magnum when I feel like you
No,
need to say.
MAGNA. But
Magna. What the fuck does that mean?
What the fuck is Magna?
I said the wrong thing. It's MAGA.
Oh,
But,
okay.
I don't.
Okay.
You know what? You've lost the right to talk on this topic. We're
But-
gonna move on to something more fun.
No,
other
let's-
than Magna.
let's talk
Liquid hot Magna.
MAGNA.
Shut the fuck up.
So let's talk about
When the
what's going
volcanoes
on.
erupt and the magna comes out and flows down.
Okay, so what? Something that's going on in Finley right now. So yesterday,
Yeah.
they painted is over by the courthouse or something like that. They painted a pride flag
Yes.
because June, I guess, is Pride Month.
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
But because it's Memorial Day, and they painted it on a Sunday, the Sunday before Memorial Day. Finley's very conservative.
Can
And
we
they
talk
did
about
not-
the major problem with having this parade and what a goddamn travesty it is?
Yeah.
ahead. Okay, you want to have your pride parade. Pride. Oh, let's have pride. Yeah. You want to be accepting of one of the 7 deadly
Seven
sins
deadly
and we're
sins.
going to celebrate it?
Now, I don't care.
How dare you?
I don't-
Homosexuality is
Let's
not a
have
part
the
of the
wrath
seven deadly
parade.
No.
Let's have the gluttony parade.
Homosexuality is not a 7 deadly
You know
sin.
what?
Pride
While we're on the
is a
subject,
7 deadly
Pride.
sin. Being gay is not.
Being gay isn't a 7 deadly sin. You want to have the homo parade, have at it.
Yeah.
But pride?
Right.
How dare
If
you?
Bubbles
Thanksgiving
wants-
is in that same category, you know.
for gluttony, 100%. I agree. Fat
And then we have
Tuesday,
Christopher
what-
Columbus Day, you
all
know.
those bitch-ass
Murder is in
clowns?
there somewhere, right?
100%.
Did he personally kill anybody? Or did his
Oh,
people
he
kill
killed
anybody?
So many.
Oh,
Him by his own hand? Or did his people
Yes.
do it?
Well, he actually organized a lot of those things, and he, in an organized manner, was a part of the killing. But then he got extremely sick, and he was mostly tied up on the boat, being sick and shit.
So he
then
wasn't
his
doing the
men
actual
did-
killing, so give him a pass. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean,
I mean, look at Hitler.
I feel like you're making my argument for me.
all we're saying is being gay is not a sin.
But
Having
having pride in being gay is a definite sin.
Man, you guys should open up a church.
I mean, if you want
The
to
church
start-
of low self-esteem.
if you are feeling too
Okay,
high on
so-
yourself, we will cut you
So what
down.
happened? So Finley got all up in our. I haven't seen anything about
So it's on Facebook.
People are legitimately
They're
pissed.
legit-
this. They're
How
pissed
dare you
off.
paint a
It's-
flag when
so-
we should be remembering, soldiers
Wait,
on the
wait,
day.
hold on. Is a flag for gays called a flagget?
God
Why are you so
God
good
hates.
at this?
God
I
hates
fucking
flags.
love puns. All right, that's how my brain works.
God hates flags. So,
God's like, no, you idiots! I said I hate figs.
God damn it, that was a smudge, and the next guy copied it, and god damn it, that
Now-
was an I, not an A.
To answer your question, I think people would have been annoyed anyway, regardless if they waited
Yeah.
until June 1st to do it or they did it now. I think a lot of the arguments was Memorial Day. The fact that they did it before Memorial Day and
They have no argument though.
well, okay, so
The
I agree
only
with that.
substantial argument is that Memorial Day got less attention than Pride,
because
is fair.
sure.
In my
Although we did have a Memorial Day parade and not a Pride parade today.
we're not.
Correct.
So we
Yeah,
have
but the Pride parade is coming later.
Sure,
And-
but in the proper month, you know what I mean? Women's
And
Pride Month.
how much of that attention came from the people that were mad about it?
That's the only. Well, I mean, there's a thing called Social Finley.
I'm just
on
saying that
Facebook, they
the
gave it-
only,
Oh.
literally the only argument that anybody has is that, hey, yes, they struggle, but Jesus Christ, it's Memorial Day. This is honoring all the people that have died. in
some
service.
of the people.
That's the
made-
only argument you have
Some of the
to
people
be
made-
even semi-angry about
Right.
this fucking thing.
Yeah,
That's
but
your
s-
only argument.
But some people made the argument that, well, some of the people that may have died serving could have been gay. But it doesn't matter what they were when they died. It's
Not
it's
if they
memory.
served in the early 2000s and back.
Not that they know of.
Don't ask, don't tell.
I just there's multiple things in Finley that Finley does some stuff to celebrate that type of culture. University of Finley does a drag show every year.
That's pretty dope.
Horrible pushback from the community
Oh, I can't even imagine.
And we
I
don't
worked
get-
in
Where's the
Finley,
drag
actually.
show at?
on the campus. On campus.
I worked in Finley for 4
That's
months,
funny.
and I was like, man, everyone that I worked with was like, yeah, you should move here. I was like, fuck no. Everyone that I met here was nice, but I was like, this just doesn't really seem like the place for a non-straight, non-white.
They're definitely
non-old
very
person.
conservative here,
You're-
but they just.
You're not
stupid.
non-white. You're just not full white.
That's an interesting comment, actually. I've been having this discussion.
Hold on,
with a
I
lot of
want to
people.
stop you because you've got your polo done like a cholo.
First of all, it's a button-up.
Well,
But yes, you've got one of the top buttons buttoned and nothing else.
That's it.
I'm
That
glad
is an
that-
interesting look.
It's just
Because she wants to be as diverse as possible.
Were you worried that some people were gazing at your titties? Like, what was the rationale? Like,
Why
I don't.
wouldn't
I
you
want
be
no
gazing at
one
my
paying
titties?
attention up here, but down here,
It was
fucking
just,
let it fly.
The buttons they were just there, and I wanted
She's
to
a
play with them.
fidgeter.
I fidget a lot.
All right.
Okay. Should we get you a fidget spinner? Are you a 7th grader?
I lost all my fidget spinners. So.
Did you actually have fidget spinners?
No, I didn't have spinners. I had the little boxes that have the buttons and stuff.
The
on them.
fidget cube.
Yeah, my medic instructor got it for me
Okay.
because she was like, "Your tapping is annoying, and I don't want you." But she's like, "I also understand you can't fucking pay attention if you're not moving. So take this."
Oh,
Here's the problem with those things. Those are great for people that have a hard time paying attention, but it becomes the cool thing. Fidget spinners became the cool thing. Everybody needed to have one, and every person's in there going.
because I can't pay
And
attention.
every fucking teacher is like, no fucking fidget spinners. And then they get pushback because they're like, this person needs it. And we're like, okay, that person fucking needs it. But the
making
other 28
silence.
people in my fucking class don't fucking need it.
Right.
Again, talking about the fucking real issues. Fidget spinners.
Fuck fidget spinners.
God hates fidget spinners and flaggots.
So you want to talk about things that are important to the people here today? Star Wars, Jenna.
All right. do you
You're
wanna talk
huge.
about?
You're huge in Star Wars.
I'm a very big Star Wars.
Okay, so clearly you're a fan of the original 3 because that's how everyone
because
gets
they're
introduced.
fucking amazing.
Sure. What do you think about
Other
let's go with, like,
than
Phantom-
Obi-Wan's lame ass fight against Darth Vader? We have to kind of
It was.
we all
low-budget.
have to forgive that.
It was a
But we
low-budget
can't
period.
not mention the fact that we have to look past that slow ass bitch ass fight.
All
We
right,
have to look past it.
We're gonna look past it.
So, what's your favorite character? Please don't tell me it's like someone like.
Are we talking like the entire Star Wars?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do the whole thing.
We have 3
Alright,
trilogies.
I'm gonna be cliche. It's Leia.
Fair enough.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll
Well, I just-
support
She
that
is
to the end.
1000% girl power. She went from being someone's daughter, someone's princess, like somebody's prize that they needed to hide away, to literally being a fucking general. She never had any superpowers except for that weird thing that they did in the last one where she like
Yeah, but
that was-
she still, at the end of the day, she still had to ask a man to do her
All right.
dirty work. Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only help.
Okay.
That's not the end of the day though.
Hold on. I would like to make two points on this. Number one is that absolutely, yes. Holy shit, he's coughing to death. What the fuck did you do? You made your drink too strong, didn't you? Little whiny ass bitch. God damn it. All right, so sip it slow. All right, suck it the fuck up.
Finish your sentence. I don't like you.
Nobody likes you. Okay, number one. Leia, the absolute fucking number one boss ass fucking bitch.
Boom.
All right. She was, just like you said, fucking girl power from the fucking beginning. And she fucking... Did I say plower?
You did.
Girl power from the fucking beginning. And she set it up that, you know, women fucking loved her, guys fucking loved her, everybody fucking loved her because she was a great fucking character.
Exactly.
So
she lived through being sexualized with the whole slave outfit.
Oh yeah.
But she still, I mean,
but that didn't happen until the final movie. People were already fucking invested in her. So the Return of the Jedi has been discussed as being there's a lot of different opinions on that. As far as being a great movie or a piece of shit movie, depending on how you look at it. People hate the Ewoks. People hate Slave Leia. And a lot of the fan fiction or even other literature that's part of the Star Wars lore has Leia... One of the alternate endings was going to be Luke dies and Leia handles the shit. Because she's just... She's technically just as strong, and she could totally run shit.
But she never went through the full like Jedi training.
Yeah, she never went through that shit, so she could
more,
be
like, military route.
So when I watched that film, I was totally okay with her even late in life, showing some Force powers. Just to save her own ass. I was like, oh, she's about to die. I was totally okay with that. But it was just
everyone
so...
in the crowd would be like, God, no.
But
she can't die. It was a little weird.
It was the execution of it. That's the problem I had with it. If she had it like, let's say something more like a falling rock or like the spaceship exploding and she just kind of like stopped it, I would have been way more okay with than I'm floating into space and ice crystals forming and I pull myself into the fucking ship. That shit just looks stupid.
By the way, spoiler alert, but you should have watched it by now anyway.
Jesus Christ, the movie's 2 years old. I don't want to fucking hear it.
You never know.
And she fucking pulls herself to the ship.
Nicole hasn't seen Star Wars.
That's what I fucking hated. So she was a fucking great character. And the other point that I want to talk about was this idea that there are no strong female characters and we need to... If you naturally make a good female character, people are drawn to it. It's the quality of the character, this idea of like...
The thing
sexism of like, people didn't like Captain Marvel because it's sexist. People didn't like the new Ghostbusters because it's sexist. No.
Right.
DC has been struggling, but the most successful and most well-reviewed DC movie... Wonder Woman.
Absolutely.
It was fucking great. Gal Gadot is a badass motherfucker.
The thing is that historically, women and there's actually, I just read a really good book about this. It's called You Play the Girl. If you want to like check it out, I forget the author's name, but she's like a professional movie critic, and she talks about is that the story. So you know, every character, every main character, whatever, kind of has a theme that they play out, maybe like a quest or something that they go on. And it seems, and this isn't the case all the time, but most women lead characters, their quest is kind of a coming of age type story, and then by the end of it, what they hope for the character to complete is to get married and have children. Like that's kind of like the end of their story, whereas male lead characters kind of like set out on a quest to do whatever. I don't know.
This seems like I've never heard it. This seems like super isolated to me.
I'm trying to think,
I'm in no way gonna argue
that
for history
stories.
And mainstream media, movies, TV shows, like obviously that's been the case for the longest time. What I don't care for is anybody adopting the victim role as an excuse for making a shit movie or a shit character or weird decisions with the character. Yeah. If you liked the Ghostbusters movie and
I actually didn't watch it.
Because it sucked. All right. The
feel
only
like you
reason
can't replace Bill Murray.
I watched it in fucking Iraq because you have limited options over there, and every once in a while you just come across a copy of some shit where it's like, hey, it's not dry sand and wind. Yay, something else. So fucking yay. So I was actually super happy to come across anything, but then I saw Ghostbusters and I was like, ugh. Just because I don't like remakes. As a stance, I don't like remakes.
I'm also not a huge fan of remakes.
If you're, and I don't know, you guys can tell me your fucking take on this, but a remake where you recast it as all women feels like a fucking insult of like, hey, instead of writing an original movie where women are going to be badass fucking characters or interesting characters, we're just going to take this thing that was already done and change a few lines, and now they're women because women can do the same thing that men can do.
Movie, then fuck you, you're sexist.
Exactly.
Well, no,
the reason you didn't like Ghostbusters, the remake, it has nothing to do with the fact that an 80s movie was a classic and that Bill Murray is amazing. It has to do with the fact that you don't like women. It has to do with the fact that it was a fucking shit movie. It was, you relied on CGI, you relied on the same fucking jokes for 4 different characters. No character had a unique personality.
Right.
Even if you had a unique setup, they still ended up with the same jokes, the same personality.
Is there one remake that you do like in life ever?
Oh, one remake of a movie?
Yeah.
The Magnificent Seven.
It's on Netflix currently. I know.
The Magnificent Seven. I thoroughly enjoyed that remake. I mean, to be honest, there are so many remakes that you don't even realize are remakes because there are so many movies that date back. So the Magnificent Seven, the original one was done in the 70s. Sorry, let me rephrase that. The one that I knew about was done in the 70s, and that was technically a ripoff of a Japanese film about samurai. So it was a Western done in the 70s based off a Japanese film. So there's very little originality left in Hollywood anymore, obviously. But I watched The Magnificent Seven, and that was, I enjoyed that movie. I liked it. That was probably the most recent example that I could think of. I feel like when it comes to remakes, the only ones, there are 2 songs. When we're talking about covers, there are 2 songs that I can think of that are really good covers. And that is Aerosmith's cover of a Beatles song and Metallica's cover of a Bob Seger song.
Also, Metallica's multiple covers of the Misfits were pretty damn good.
Okay. I'm talking about Metallica's cover of Turn the Page. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
That song I fucking love.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
I fucking love that song. That's one that I could probably for at least an hour listen to one version and then the other version on repeat. Like listen to the Bob Seger version to Turn the Page and then the Metallica version to Turn the Page on fucking repeat. Have you ever seen the music video of Turn the Page for Metallica? No. You want to talk about an awkward fucking moment. So, the best thing that I had, I think this is when I was in Kuwait. It doesn't matter. I could set up a playlist on YouTube, and I had wireless fucking headphones. So I would just set up a playlist that would randomize like 150 fucking YouTube videos that were like music videos. And it would just randomly play. I just picked songs that I liked to listen to while I was working out. And has anybody seen the fucking YouTube music video for Turn the Page by Metallica?
No, not everyone has
The whole
so much
fucking-
time to just sit on fucking YouTube all the time. Some of us have jobs, Yale.
You work 3 hours a day sometimes. Fuck off. So the YouTube video, the music video for Turn the Page, originally by Bob Seger, the cover by Metallica, is a stripper / hooker that has a young girl and is stripping on the stage and hooking in the hotel room while the girl either hides and cries in the closet or hides and cries in the bathroom. So it's a fucking dark video, but it shows full fucking nudity. Like while she's stripping or while she's fucking hooking. So because I have my wireless fucking headphones, I just set my phone down at a station. I'm like, and you know, I'm working through a couple different fucking machines or a couple different benches, whatever. And I noticed that people are looking at me really fucking weird.
Because you're masturbating.
At two or three fucking people, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this person's giving me weird fucking glances. And I was like, I'm just trying to fucking work out. I was like, I'm not taking up a bunch of shit. Like, I'm almost done. I've only fucking been at this machine for a minute. What the fuck are you pissed off about?
Because you're masturbating.
And then I noticed they were all women. And I was like, okay, every woman, that's the third woman in a row that's been pissed off. I don't give the fuck about. And then the fourth woman in a row that's been fucking glancing at me dirty. I look down at my phone that's sitting on the fucking floor. It's playing the music video of Turn the Page by Metallica. There is no fucking blurring or editing. This bitch's titties is out. She's fucking people in the hotel room. She's showing her titties when she's on the fucking stripper pole. And it literally looks like I'm watching porn on my fucking phone while I'm working out. Like, I'm just working out to... Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, fuck.
Can we all go through and make our own porn noises?
Jesus fucking Christ. This is... I had no fucking excuse for what I was fucking doing. Like, there's no way you can explain this shit. No, you don't understand. It's a music video. Stop walking away. Hey, it's just a music. Metallica's the shit.
It's female-friendly porn.
It's female-friendly porn.
It's hard for him to say it's just a video when he's hard. When he's just working out, just hard as hell.
How'd they be able to tell?
What in the fuck are you talking
He's so
about?
hard. He's like, no, it's just a video. It's just I'm listening to the song. But his member is standing at attention the whole time. Rock hard.
Boners sound like they suck.
Okay, so when do you
this is an argument for the ages. Everybody wants to argue about who has it worse going through puberty.
Sure.
And
I feel like it's horrible. Like both.
Both parties are definitely horrible, but people want to argue, like, do men have it worse? Do women have it worse? So I want to say it's like 60-40 women have it worse.
Sure.
I feel like that's fair. Because your original story about how awful it is so much worse.
Well, yeah, you ruin a pair of underwear.
I've talked to so many women that have, like, literally bled through that burp. You need to bring that burp right up to the mic. All right, don't fucking be a pussy about it. All right, so many women have talked about, like, the original story of, like, the first time bleeding and unexpected and how fucking awful it is. That shit is fucking terrible. No fucking question. Yes, there we go. Thank you. Jenna, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so proud of you. All right, so that is without a doubt one of the worst fucking examples. The problem is that I'm not going to say that men and women have different levels of horniness, but 13-year-old boys versus 13-year-old girls, abso-fucking-lutely, we become monsters.
You start fucking things that you like.
You start fucking things.
Shit.
You literally start fucking things. I remember hearing somebody at school told me that putting a wet paper bag between your mattress and your box spring felt like a vagina.
You've told me this before.
Dude, And I didn't even, like, when I was around everybody else, I was like, that's not fucking real. The second I got fucking home, I grabbed a wet paper fucking bag. I grabbed a paper bag. I got it wet in the fucking thing. I put it between the box spring and the mattress, and I started fucking it. No fucking question. I was thinking, like, oh, yeah, this is going to feel like a fucking vagina. I'm about to know what a vagina feels like. And I started fucking it. It shredded immediately because it's a wet paper bag. As an adult, I recognize that doesn't make any fucking sense. It makes no sense. A wet paper bag shreds immediately. But I started fucking it like it was a vagina. And I recognized that there was a ton of pain. It was pain immediately. I was shredding my dick. If you think, like, the bottom of a fucking mattress is rough.
And then
a
the
box spring
box spring
is fucking rough. I was shredding and bleeding out of my fucking dick, and I did not fucking stop because the whole time I was just like, is this what a vagina feels like? I don't know if I'm going to like sex or not because this is not great.
That's
like,
fucking awesome.
That's so good.
That's
Thank
like,
you for sharing that.
But here's the other thing that I came out of that with is that I'm actually super glad that I have a penis and not a vagina because I have put my penis through such hell. I literally, like, my penis should look like a dried out cucumber left in the sun with all these knots and yellow shit and fucking cracked. Like, it should look awful. The places I've put it and the things that I've done to it,
I agree
it
with
should
you.
look awful. But
That-
it doesn't. It looks totally fine. And I'm more shocked than anyone because I've been there for every instance. But unfortunately, women, even if they are not, you know, promiscuous, even if they just go sleep with a couple people, sometimes whatever happens, stuff happens downstairs. The lips start to droop. Like, it just happens.
Go ahead.
You know, it starts, like, the
Call 'em
lips
out.
start to look like the, you know, like
How
the
many
jowls of.
vaginas, real quick, how many
Blah, blah, blah.
vaginas do you have?
How many
How many?
vaginas do I have
Yeah.
personally on my body?
Yeah. Do you own any vaginas?
It's right under his taint.
No.
It's right under his taint.
Yeah.
I'm talking about based on appearance.
Dude, that's a myth.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Fucking
If-
tell him.
If you have a droopy vagina, you have a droopy vagina.
That
Whether
comes
or
from.
not, that does not come from any penis. They literally
That doesn't
birth
come from being.
children.
That doesn't become.
And
That
look
doesn't come
fine.
from being
Okay.
railed.
No, that does not come from being railed. Not
I-
trying
That,
to be
you know
weird.
what?
Opinion.
That actually makes a ton of fucking sense because there was somebody that I knew that, like, I had sex with them in high school, which means, you know, even if they were promiscuous, they couldn't have, you know,
One
let's
or
say
two.
you were the. There's definitely people I've had sex with since and that haven't sex with me more.
there
And
shouldn't
they
have
had
been
one of
that
the
many dicks
droopiest.
in there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had one of the.
It's kind of
They
like,
had the droopiest that I can remember.
think about it like foreskin. Like, some dudes have foreskin.
Have you?
But every man
Have
that
you
has
ever seen foreskin?
Yes, I've seen foreskin before. I mean, like,
In
changing
person,
diapers
live
and
in
stuff,
action.
that's
Hold
not-
on.
Hold
I
on,
think-
live in action.
I think we're about to take this to a different level. Jenna, you've known since you were 7. You said
Yes.
you came out at 17.
Yep.
Why have you seen foreskin? Is the question.
Yeah.
If you knew that young,
Did you?
it was like, this is what I'm supposed to do. I guess I
fooled
have to
around
do
with
this.
guys.
Sure. And you've seen one with a hood on it.
Yeah.
That's bananas.
I feel
That
like
the only
I feel like
super
it's an
gay
eclipse.
from the beginning girl has seen. Have you? Has Nicole seen a foreskin?
Of course, she's seen a foreskin.
You've seen a foreskin?
She was
Yeah, she's-
straight up until like 24 years of her life, and then she's just like, all of a sudden, she's like, I'm gay. I want to try this. Now.
Hold on. Whoa, wait.
No,
Nicole.
that's not how this works.
No, Nicole.
No.
Hold on.
Okay, what?
Seen a foreskin in person?
Yes. Why is this such? It's not a fucking unicorn.
Because I don't know anybody that has
some
one.
people are not circumcised, and that's okay.
Okay.
It's totally
Are
okay.
they Jewish?
I'm not judging anybody that
it's
has
not.
one.
Their
It's totally
parents-
okay to have one. I'm saying I don't know
Their
anybody that
parents
has one.
decided when they were born, and
To make them awkward, they're
Having
It's
Having
totally
a
a normal
circumcision?
decision to say, "Hey, don't cut my son's penis."
That's not.
That's a normal
There's-
decision.
Okay,
I
I
get
have
it.
a
I just
question,
don't
though.
know anybody that has one.
I have a question. Do you meet someone and ask if they have a foreskin?
You should. If you're gonna have
And also,
sexual
how
relations,
often have you seen his dick?
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
We have seen each other.
Right,
dicks
right. But you guys are
way
pretty
too
close
much.
friends. Like, do you see all your friends?
I
dicks?
saw it before we were close friends.
Okay, so let's say let's start.
I get the argument you're trying to make.
Yeah.
It unfortunately holds no water.
So
I don't know.
no, okay. So let's start with this: the fact that we were both on the football team together. We showered together, whether we were friends or not.
When you play sports, you see whatever
Yeah.
your gender is, you see a litany of
And
them.
then- and
it's
then-
just the way it is.
When you're roommates, like we were in college, at one point you get comfortable enough to where you're just like, I'm dropping the towel in my
Yeah,
own
I have to
dorm.
change, and he doesn't even, like, at first you're like, hey, I'm gonna change real quick, and then like 5 days later you're just changing and nobody really gives a shit.
Right, I see it out of my periffs, but I'm watching TV, and I just
And
whatever.
in that entire time, I have never live in action. I've seen way more dicks than either of you combined.
That's a good point.
And I've never seen an uncircumcised one live in action.
Now he does lick his lips. I noticed when he starts to see a dick, he's just licking lips. It's weird. It's weird.
Not licking my own though, if you know what I'm saying.
What's the big deal? You guys are like freaked out. This is like.
We're freaked out
No,
about
I'm
what?
not. I'm not freaked out. This has
About
been a debate.
uncircumcised dicks.
I've been talking about this debate forever, where I've been waffling back and forth about if I ever have a son, will I get him circumcised or not? And some of it says, the origins of circumcision were, religious, and it was to try and prevent people from having sex and trying to not make them enjoy sex.
But really.
And then people
having
were
a
saying
foreskin
like,
keeps
oh,
you
it's
sensitive.
much healthier, it's much cleaner if you get a circumcision. And then the counter argument to that was like, well, that was back before they had showers and you couldn't like clean it regularly every day.
And so,
But
yeah.
But you need a Q-tip to do it now.
I have gone back and forth so much, and because it seems so monstrous to cut a natural part of the body off right at birth. It just seems so monstrous.
Yeah, but you don't.
Right now,
remember
the
it.
most recent thing that I saw is that there is far less danger in a circumcision statistically as there is in an infection from having a foreskin. There are people that, little babies that do die from circumcisions. Like, just like bleed out or have an
all right.
infection.
This
like
just took a
it's super
wild
rare.
Turn.
It's super rare. It's way more rare.
Why bring it up, man? I just want to push everyone
didn't
towards
bring it up.
circumcision. I want to push everyone towards it because
Because
It will
cutting a
eventually-
piece of skin off a dick right after birth is a weird fucking thing.
But
Whether or not it's the right thing is an argument, but it is fucking weird.
do you want to know what's even weirder?
So here's what's weirder. We were originally talking about vaginas, and somehow we started talking about penises.
Because no straight person wants to not talk about themselves. Jenna already said it. We want to talk about ourselves. We want to talk about our own dicks. We're not necessarily.
Somehow, this got turned onto the men yet again because everything is about men.
All right, listen. The point that I was trying to make
Yeah.
is not every dick looks the same, right? Can you
Right.
guys at least agree on that?
Right, yeah.
There's
Yale's
different
is very
looking penises.
small.
Just like
And
there are different looking vaginas.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
yeah.
those vaginas are going to look that way regardless of what goes in or comes
Yeah.
out of it.
Are you one of those people that like every vagina is beautiful?
I mean, this is quite honestly, I have never thought about the way that vaginas look.
Okay.
Like, as in like, oh, like I have a nice looking vagina. I've been told I have a nice looking vagina. It's not something I ever gave thought to. It's like someone saying like, you have really nice kneecaps.
Hold on.
Like,
Okay.
have you
Hold
ever
on.
been
Hold on.
self-conscious
Hold on.
about your
Nicole.
kneecaps?
Nicole. We can take this out later. Does Jenna have a nice looking vagina?
100%.
Nice.
Okay.
What, in
No,
reverse.
I will
In
absolutely-
reverse. Go ahead.
I will
Nicole has a
absolutely
gorgeous
agree with
vagina.
that.
Everyone's hard right now. Go ahead.
No, I will absolutely agree with that. Now, like later in life, like I learned that that's how it is.
Oh,
but
yeah,
like
you don't
when
give
you're
a
in
shit.
high school, that's
When
what
you're
you
in high
think.
school,
You're
that's a
just like,
common myth. Yeah.
I was like, how the fuck do you have a loose vagina when you're in high school? Like,
She's used. she's
Yeah, that's what you
gross.
fucking think.
Yeah,
Well, it's like
that's
there's
right.
no like you shouldn't be loose. You
And
should
maybe
not
there
be
are
fucking
periods of
loose in high
time,
school. Like that's
you
crazy.
know, a vagina is not turned on and has not had a lot of sexual content.
Okay.
It's probably going to be a little bit tighter.
Sure.
The more turned on you get, the more quote unquote loose, wet, whatever, you kind of open up. But those things, that's constantly
If you're
changing.
going in
You
dry,
are
you're a
not
fucking monster. We
permanently-
can all agree on that.
Yeah, but you're not permanently tight or loose. Like it changes, it moves depending
That's
upon what's
okay.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so like,
I've only been in like 3 vaginas, so this is good. I don't know.
That's what I was saying. Like I'm very glad that I have a penis because like it's unfortunate. There are some women out there that like even if they're not, you know, which I will never slut shame. Like if you want to have sex with multiple people,
Have
as long as they
sex.
include me, have at it.
all right. Does that go for the guys too, yo?
Yeah, include Yale.
Depends on how drunk I am, I guess.
Yeah, hold on. This Yale, I think you touched on something
No,
very
but
cool.
like that will never bother me. But there are still so unfortunate. I feel so bad for them. Like why I'm so fortunate that I have a penis. There's some women that like their lips look like fucking Saint Bernard gels. Well, like there is like fucking like black and fucking pink, and it's just fucking like
Alright.
loose and like
Alright.
sloppy. And it sucks.
They
Go ahead.
It
look-
sucks for
listen,
them.
Tell them.
It
They
sucks for them.
Look a lot different. I think that it's a matter of opinion. I don't think that they feel any different. I mean, at least from my
Sure.
experience.
You know, with your tongue.
I really
It's-
did not know until very recently that women will actually get their labia like shaved surgically.
Whoa, what?
I have
Yeah,
heard of
this
this.
is a thing, man.
You can take away
Because-
some of your lips.
They get
like,
their fucking lips shaved?
because you're
like,
because like
cuts.
porn stars.
Doesn't that fucking like affect the feeling? That has to affect the
Maybe.
fucking
Well,
feeling.
there's not really a lot of sensation in your lips necessarily.
No, I seriously, they're
Yeah,
The outer
yeah.
lips?
Porn stars definitely have it done.
Yeah.
Okay, Yale. I think this is a great topic here for you and I.
Vagina lips.
Hold on.
The only 2 dudes in the room.
Hold on.
Vagina lips is the best topic for us.
Yes,
Go on.
and
I
I'll
can't
t-
wait to
And
hear.
I'll tell you why. Let's take your, you know your dick better than anyone else, obviously. If your dick
Yes, I'm one of 3 people that have seen it.
yeah,
Go on.
was turned into vagina, describe your vagina.
You're saying if I have to like compare
Like
the
surgically?
quality of the dick and then
Yes.
inverse it and make it a vagina.
Yes. Perfect.
Well, first of all, it's not going to be very deep.
At least he admits it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying I'm going to be deeper.
It's going to be wide, which is a problem.
Now, how many?
You're not going to touch the edges on that motherfucker. You're going to have to fuck in a circle.
Oh god.
Yo, how much lips do you got? Are you trimmed up a little bit, or
Okay,
you-
now are we comparing balls to lips?
Yes.
What's the
Sure.
criteria?
Oh, if we're comparing balls to lips,
I mean, lips are
I've
way
got a lot of
more than
lips.
depth. So, I mean, I guess.
I've got a lot of lips.
I mean, we're talking a
Mostly
level
balls.
of lips that where if I queef, it's going to sound like a horse going. Now, since you started all this shit off, let's now hear your little dick stories if they were a vagina.
Once again, I'm gonna go with you. Not that deep. Also, not that wide.
You're gonna be a micro penis dream pussy.
All right,
is
hold
what
on.
you're saying.
I'm not gonna be in micro penis. I'm average. The pussy depth and the pussy width are gonna be
Average for men
What is average? What does that mean? How many
Just-
inches?
Hey, you know what? When I say average, are
easy size queen. Jesus.
when you think average, what
You
are
have a girlfriend and you're still acting like a size queen over here? That's fucking
Hey,
offensive
I
to
want to
me.
know what your
How can you
definition of
sit there,
average is.
Jenna,
Hold on. This
and let her be a size
No,
queen
no, no,
about
no. I
dicks
wanna
in
know
front
what
of
the
you? I'm
definition of
so
average
I'm
is for
offended
Derek's
for
style.
you.
This is
I'm
important.
offended for you.
Thank you. This is
Jenna,
important.
are you offended?
No.
This is important.
God damn it, Jenna.
When I say average, you have an image in your mind, right? When I
Right.
say average,
Right.
that's how much.
Fair enough.
Yeah. When I say average, everyone goes, "This would be average to me." That okay. But if we're
some people say 3, black people say 8.
yeah. So and Jenna knows. So we have, but if we are comparing,
Wait, what?
Well, okay, like.
But hold on, if we're
Yeah.
but if we are comparing,
Was it a knee hanger? Hold on, you said you saw.
hold on.
You saw.
talk.
But if
Shut
we're,
the fuck up.
if
This is
we're-
an important question. Then we'll move on. You said
let
you
him
saw
finish and then
one
I'll
black
answer you.
penis, and it was in a nursing
Hold
home.
on.
Was it a knee hanger?
I've seen a couple different black penises, but in
Okay.
the context, it was in the nursing home, and the aging process changes. The
Was it
penis.
a knee
Wait,
hanger?
wait,
Yes
Yes,
or
a
no?
couple of them were, yes.
Okay,
But-
yes.
but what
Thank
do
you very
mean the
much.
aging
We will
process?
come back to you.
As in the skin, kind of, like old people, their skin gets loose and it grows, and the muscles
hangs
will
lower.
tend to kind of like decrease and recede.
Exactly. Testicles and earlobes never start growing. That's
They don't grow necessarily. They just increase their elasticity and they stretch.
fair enough. Fair
So
enough. Yeah.
it looks like it's a little bit longer, but the actual
You want to
muscular
use all
part
your
of it
fucking
is,
medical
like, drawn
terms to
in.
make me
I
look
am
stupid.
so
Fine.
turned on right now. Listen.
Okay, let him finish.
Low hanging earlobes is my fucking shit.
So for my own personal vagina, it's average, and if we're comparing ball sacks to lips, I've got a lot of lips. I'm a lot of ball.
Yay.
I'm
Good
a lot-
for you.
I'm a lot of ball sack.
Good for you.
Yeah. Well,
You've
because so people are gonna look at mine and think he's been
a bunch of
used.
fucking size kings are gonna be like, look at those loose hanging
Look at
lips.
those Yep. We just heard a little
Ew.
voice go.
We heard a voice
You
from
wanna
the
say
corner
that to the
going,
mic?
ew,
Ew.
ew, ew, that's gross.
That was a great topic. That was that was awesome. Comparing her.
I don't think that people should be made to feel bad about their genitals, especially considering they have zero control over how they look.
That's so true.
Absolutely.
Like, there's nobody on this earth that I feel worse for than people with micro penises. That has to be a goddamn nightmare. Because, like, they're, like, even if you are great at oral, great at fingering, like, even if you are great at that shit, at the end of the day, like, most people will be like, hey,
Yale, we know that it's not the size of the boat. It's the motion of the ocean.
okay, that's great, but if the
You
ocean,
also know that you have a micro penis and that's okay.
that's fine. That's fine.
Oh.
That's great.
Hey.
No, the point is that if it doesn't even fit, you guys, I feel like you guys don't even understand what a micro penis actually is, because it's way different than a small penis.
So
A micro penis
Think about
is
a grain of
one
salt.
fucking knuckle.
I saw a picture of one on Reddit.
This is a micro penis. The tip of your pinky is a fucking micro penis. Not a small penis. Not a less than average penis. A micro penis is one fucking knuckle of one fucking finger. That's a micro penis.
Because you would know, right?
Exactly. That's my penis.
I am slightly over that. I don't have a micro penis. We're all good.
So it's completely fucking different. It's not the same as regular sex. Like, that's, I feel horrible for those people that have to fucking deal with that.
It's a baby's penis.
Oh.
Did you just Google a baby penis?
Did you micro?
No.
Your fucking phone
It was
is
not.
on permanent fucking
No.
watch by the
No,
government.
no.
Do you
It was
just
not.
Googled a baby penis?
It was an adult.
Are you sure it was an adult?
Positive.
Also, have you seen the Hangover 2?
Yes.
Fucking Ken Jeong? I don't want to look at that. Why would you show that to me? I don't want. Oh god. I didn't know
Okay,
I
so
should.
we want to tell a story.
Oh,
about,
yes,
about
please.
Our nicknames.
Your nicknames.
Yes.
Wait, your nicknames for each other as a
Yes,
couple?
our nicknames
Oh,
for each other.
I'm
Yeah.
excited. What are your
Okay,
nicknames?
Okay, so I'm Jody.
Joni.
and
Okay.
Jenna is 20.
Tawny.
Jody.
Jody.
Yes. J-O-D-I.
Okay. Wait.
I'm Jody. And this is 20.
Jodi.
Yes.
Do you understand the significance of the nickname Jody?
No.
Jody is the person that fucks your wife while you're deployed.
Oh shit.
Did you not know that?
No.
Yeah. So they just high-fived. Oh, fuck yeah. Infidelity is hot. Fuck yeah.
The term dependa the other day. You ever heard that one?
Oh. Yes, I've heard dependa.
Well, I don't
of
know
course.
because he's kind of old and he was in the army a long time ago. So
Yeah, no, dependa is still a very live term. But Jody is the nickname given to the person that fucks your wife or girlfriend while you are deployed. That is Jody.
okay.
So,
would you like to
very
know how we got
random
these
that you chose
nicknames?
That is way better at telling.
Absolutely. Please.
Okay,
Please
so last
do tell.
summer, Nicole and I went on vacation up to Michigan. Went to Mackinac Island, went to Traverse City, and then for our final stop, we stayed in Ludington. Now, this whole time, like, we did Airbnbs, but the last one that Nicole booked was an actual bed and breakfast. So these people, like, had their entire finished basement, was, like, all a bunch of different rooms for people to stay in, and they did the whole, like, you stay in the room, and then you get up, and then the other 5 or 6 couples that are there, you all, like, collectively sit down and eat breakfast with each other. Me and Nicole were the 2 youngest people in the building by like 40 years.
Yeah, when you're doing bed and breakfast, you don't
Like-
expect a lot of youth.
Everyone was like definitely at least in their 60s. Right. So one of the couples was like from New York or something, and they did the whole like, you know, the accent, like they talked like this. And the most significant thing about this was they did not shut the fuck up the entire time we were there. We literally did not even get a chance to introduce ourselves. Unfortunately, the host knew our name because I was like, yo, we should... Or no. This is Nicole's idea. Nicole was like, we should make fake names and go and join this conversation. Because when you're around someone that talks like this, you kind of start to talk in that accent.
Talk.
And she's like, all right.
I like
Jody.
to talk while I drink coffee around the coffee table.
So she's like, I'm Jody and you're Tawny, and we're like talking to each other like in the room before we go out to breakfast, kind of like making fun of these people. And we go out and we sit at the table like trying to introduce ourselves, join the conversation, and we could not get a fucking word in because, you know, these old people are talking about, I just hated his mother the first time I met her. I couldn't stand her, and you know, my mother was straight from Italy, and they seriously did not shut the fuck up the whole time. So we're like, yo, we need to get the fuck out of this breakfast right now. But then we were around him for so long, we were just talking in those accents, and we were like talking to each other. So I went out to the car. We went out to the car to grab something, and I like lost
Each
the
other's
keys.
vaginas.
I lost the
Yeah.
keys
Damn
at
it.
some point.
That would have been a
She's
great
like,
twist
Tawny,
to the
you
story.
always do this. You always lose the keys. And I said, listen, what did I say? No, you have to say because I don't remember.
You're either gonna lose your wife or your life, whichever comes first. It was so good. So I couldn't stop. Like
That was the problem. She could not stop. Nicole could not stop talking in this accent, and it was kind of starting to piss me off. So I'm
Once
like, all right,
she
I'm done.
crossed over, that's
Over.
fucking it.
She could not. So she's like, all right, where are we going after this? And I'm like, Nicole, we're not out there anymore. Please stop. And she's like, do you want some? I'm like, we should find a coffee shop and go get a cup of coffee. And she's like, yeah, coffee. And I'm like, I'm going to fucking murder you. But just like, it just stuck.
The
like,
shit
all
ain't
the time.
funny no more, all right? It's not fucking
So
funny.
sometimes I'll forget and I'll call her Jody and I'll refer to myself as 20, but she's always going to be 20. So our other two friends are Rita and Leslie. So we named our other two friends when we came home as well because we just couldn't stop. We were like,
Because Jasmine tends to talk in that accent anyways
Yeah.
when she gets drunk.
for sure.
It just comes out.
Jasmine does it.
And now she's dating someone from Long Island.
Yeah, exactly.
Long Island.
Reggie. So
Wait,
this is Forever 20.
wait.
Forever.
Roger?
Reggie.
Yeah.
Was that the same person that she
Roscoe?
was dating
Remember?
Roscoe.
when
Yeah.
we were at your guys' house?
Yes. Same person.
Yeah.
Did you know that his name is Daniel?
Who fucking
That's
cares?
his real name.
Who cares?
I was like,
I
look
give a
here,
shit.
Daniel. This is why we call you Roscoe. I didn't know that was his real name.
Fuck him.
He's not a huge fan of mine, I feel.
Yee.
Different when he's drunk.
Yeah, I think you met him in a very drunk state. He's different.
No, here's what I feel like the issue is that they were, playing music and stuff, and I went out there and I danced with her for like 30 fucking seconds. And then I felt like dirty fucking glances, and I was like, "It's dancing, kid. Relax." And I didn't even know if they were together or not. I knew that like he showed up for her, but I didn't know how serious it was. And I was like, "It's dancing. We dance for 30 seconds. You can totally relax."
But
like,
you can also understand that some of the dirty glances were coming from me. Because I hate you.
yes, obviously we both want each other to die, but that has nothing to do with the dancing that night.
Well, that's how we would go to sleep at night when we were in college.
We used to wish death upon each other. All right, hey man, going to sleep. Good night. I'm like, yeah, hope you don't wake up. I'm like, yep, hope you choke to death in your sleep. All right, good night.
Yeah, I used to tell you, you don't know how much I would be, like how happy I would be if you stopped breathing in the middle of the night. That's what I would tell you.
Like, hopefully I don't have to say good morning to you, because hopefully you're not there in the morning.
All right. Nicole.
Yes.
One of the things you wanted to talk about
is the good old days.
The good old days where Yale and I were male throwers for the and I'm being very selective with my words. We were tossing tramps, slinging sluts. We were, I mean, what
bouncing
else?
bitches.
Yeah. So in other words,
that's
Yale,
when you throw cheerleaders into the air.
Yale and I were throwers, is what they would legitimately call them. Yeah. Okay. And Nicole was a cheerleader, and we would throw her up in the air and catch her and do whatever we needed to do.
Just in case you're curious, the pussy, not as great as you would think.
What the fuck does that mean?
Does that mean?
It means if you get into a group where you expect that type of thing, not as great as you would think.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
You're viewed as as a non-sexual object. You're viewed like a lamp.
Although you do get to cup a boob or a butt.
But that feels so much worse.
An emergency situation.
No.
It's not the same.
That's to save somebody's life from before they hit the floor.
Yeah,
that's so much worse because you're just like, oh shit, you're about to hit the ground. Like, oh, actually I felt a boob. You feel worse because you're like, oh, I know that person doesn't. I just don't want to be here anymore because they don't want that. Like, no, I don't want to be here.
It's the only time I felt the cheerleaders up was catching them from fatal.
I remember Nicole almost fucking died.
It did.
Because nobody was paying attention. I wasn't even in the fucking stunt that was going on. I was walking by. They fucking toss this fucking woman in the air, tossing tramps, bouncing bitches. This bitch almost bounced off the fucking floor.
It was on the stage.
It was hard fucking wood. There was no fucking mats. She almost bounced her fucking head. I was walking by. They fucked up so colossally. But here's the thing. If you fuck up, it's just like, oh, let me take one step to the fucking left and then catch her. They went, oh no, we made a mistake. Let me stand here and not fucking move and watch her die. I fucking walked up and caught her fucking single-handedly. Nobody else fucking helped.
I appreciate that.
Nobody caught a fucking ankle. Nobody caught a fucking knee. Nobody did shit. It was me. I caught you before you fucking hit the floor, and then I yelled at everyone, like, fuck you. Pay attention. What the fuck are you doing?
I appreciate that. I'm indebted to you.
Well, we had two...
It's goddamn right. And I want at least 25% of your life insurance policy when you go.
Negative. You're going to have to talk to my mother.
Yo, mother?
My mother. She doesn't even support
Oh,
you
wait.
as a lesbian.
Hold on.
So.
Wait.
I'm waiting. Currently.
Wait.
Still waiting.
Yeah, we're
Your
all
mother
waiting.
still gets your life insurance policy?
Yeah. She was not
What?
supportive.
Hold
Of
on.
course.
What?
She did.
Let me ask, what
What
was your dad like? What was the difference between your mom and your dad?
Leave it to your dad.
Oh, no, it's equal. It's 50-50. Wait, what do you mean? What's the difference?
No.
The difference, like your mom, that was her
Oh,
acceptance.
9
Well,
days the difference.
your dad was just like, yeah, I love you, honey. It's okay.
5 pennies. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So that, man, that fucking, I feel like that stings even worse. Kinda.
All right.
Yeah. That shit fucking sucks, right? So there is. Here's the thing. We mentioned it earlier, but I didn't actually tell the story of the attempt at pissing in my mouth story.
So
we briefly
You
glazed
told
over
the
it.
story in your last episode.
That. Here's the problem with the last episode.
she
I
really
got
piss in
way
your
too
mouth?
drunk and accidentally
She pissed in your real
deleted
mouth,
it.
didn't she?
Huh?
She really did it.
No, she absolutely did not.
I
But she offered.
like to think she did.
Here's the scariest part. No, she didn't. But that was the first sentence out of her mouth. I didn't know her name.
So the first thing, because I had a few awkward encounters with her that night too. The first thing she says as she walks into my house is, "Where's the coke?" And I'm like, "Whoa,
Jesus.
wrong
As
party.
in cocaine?
Cocaine."
Kane?
So I'm like, hey, real quick, who are you? And she said, "Who are you?" And I said, "Hey, I'm Jenna. I fucking live
I
here.
ki-
This is my
kinda-
party.
Kinda
Who
live
are
here.
you?"
I
And
am
she said,
so
"Oh."
mad that I had sex with her because of the way she disrespected
You
you and the way that she disrespected
Well,
Nicole.
he had sex with her in the sense of like,
That my
it
penis
wasn't-
was in her vagina?
like,
Like, what do
but
you
it
mean?
wasn't satisfactory to her. I'm sure.
Wait, no, real quick.
I
You
didn't
banged her
ask.
for real?
Yeah.
Yeah. I went home with her that night.
We
I
just
didn't
got
know that you fucked her
He
though.
just got a fist bump from a lesbian.
No, like, I don't deserve that fist bump because I'm ashamed because she was an asshole to you
She
now,
was.
and she was an asshole to
Well,
Nicole,
okay, so
and
that's-
now I'm fucking pissed off
This is her,
because
this is her
fuck
first
her,
encounter
she
with
doesn't
me.
get to do that, and
You-
now I'm angry at myself.
You should have came in her hair
All
because
right.
of that.
So this is the first
That
encounter
has to
with
be
her,
a
right?
nightmare.
So then a little bit later, the whole picture thing happens where she calls my girlfriend a bitch, and I'm like, that's.
It
I am
was not
I am
okay
so
with me.
angry that I fucking slept with her after
I
she
want-
did that.
I
I'm so
want-
pissed at myself.
I want everyone to know that I
I'm
was
so
going
fucking
to
angry.
back up Nicole, and I was told not to because I was
No,
about
no.
to tell her
Yeah.
what's up.
Yeah, I just let it go because I'm like, drunk people will be drunk people, and everyone should just be cool. So then a little bit later, I'm like trying, my friend Kiana was there that night. She was real bummed about something, so I was like, come on, come dance. And she wouldn't. And I was like just drunk and dancing with my friend Andy, and I feel someone grinding on me from behind. I'm expecting either Jasmine or Nicole because it's a normal thing for either of them to do, right?
Okay,
I turn
so-
around, and it's this bitch. I'm like,
Okay, so she didn't have a heart on, so go ahead.
she didn't have a heart.
Right.
But I was like, oh, hey, all right, I'm going to walk away now. Just real fucking weird. So then I did something, I don't know, it was a little blurry because I was super drunk. But at one point, you guys were kind of in the living room. This is also when Angie was going off about her cigarettes. And
Done with dealing with that bitch.
Oh yeah, everybody's stealing my fucking cigarettes. You guys
Dude,
are
she's
fucking
like that
stealing. Who
every
fucking
time she
stole
gets
my
drunk.
cigarettes? I was like, are you potentially
And
hallucinating
then I
due to the
literally reached in
leftover
her
effects
purse and
of
said,
doing
"Honey,
meth?
your cigarettes are right here.
Yeah.
They were in your purse the whole time."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yee, yee.
But then I sat or laid down on the couch, and she sat down right next to me and started talking about Nicole again. And I was like, I don't know why you have an issue with my girlfriend, but go talk to her because she's the nicest person I've ever met in my life. And she's like, she's a bitch. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna.
She'd
I-
have lasted 2 seconds telling me that shit. I'd have fucked her
I feel
up.
like it's safe to say that there's nothing I regret more in my life than having sex with somebody that called Nicole a bitch.
You don't have to
Yes.
whisper. We just talked
you,
about it.
you
on
didn't
here.
know. You
He
didn't
fucked
know
her.
that he banged her. That was the
Yale,
whole.
I need to know everything. How did this happen?
Well, I'll tell you how this happened. And you heard a little bit. You heard a little bit about it last podcast.
Step fucking one is Yale is heartbroken like a
Okay.
motherfucker to the 10th degree.
Yeah.
To
So you heard about
Yale is in love with somebody else at this point
Oh.
and tried everything and got fucking denied, and so that's step fucking one.
Rightfully
I'm
so.
sorry.
Yale's not the most. Yeah. Okay. So I drove Yale to her place.
Okay.
Every step of the way, I was looking at him to give any excuse to say no. I'm like, hey man, if you feel like this is a long drive, like let's bail. Hey man,
minutes away.
if you like don't want to make that shit, just bail. Hey man, this is kind of out of the way. Like let's just bail. And
Were
he's
you
like,
not catching?
No. He was being the world's greatest wingman,
Uh-huh.
but unfortunately, I didn't want him to be. I was looking for him to be not a good wingman, but because he was actually being a solid fucking friend, he was like, no, man, I got you. No problem. And I'm like, please don't. Please don't
why
got
couldn't
me.
you have just been like, no, thank you?
Because I'm a weak-willed
Because-
piece of shit, and I
okay.
was heartbroken.
So he was
And
heartbroken.
because
He
even
was
even a
drunk.
little bit of physical contact makes me feel like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
grab a sharp object
And
and
me cuddling him
move it
wasn't
towards my
enough.
jugular.
It wasn't enough.
No, what me cuddling him was not enough to get him.
Even with his lippy vagina, it was
Wait.
not enough.
I have a lippy vagina, but what do you got?
We discussed
wide.
this
A wide
hours ago.
vagina.
Wide, but I don't think you mentioned the lips. Anyway,
No, I said low-hanging lips
low-
because I have low-hanging testicles. I just
low-
a shallow, wide, low-hanging lips vagina. We discussed this.
I
You
don't
don't
think-
remember
I
shit.
think you left out the part about low hanging lips.
Boom.
I don't remember that part.
Boom.
But I appreciate you specifying.
Jenna?
Boom.
Anyway, so you slept with the girl? Why?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
so.
I'm furious
Surprised.
because she disrespected you and fucking Jenna.
Yeah.
That's why I'm fucking pissed.
Yeah.
I am.
And then you had sex with her.
I'm so fucking mad.
That's why I was.
If
rude
it
to her
makes
all
you
night.
feel better, she definitely didn't have an orgasm.
She was definitely not satisfied.
She didn't have an orgasm.
Yeah.
Did she fake
That's
it?
how I fucking roll.
He definitely.
Selfishness always.
She definitely still to this day regrets her decision.
It's a fucking pump and dump, ladies. That's how we fucking do it.
You're
She's a
monster.
cum dumpster.
You're a monster. Hey.
Hey.
If she was a woman that was a decent human being, then I should feel like a monster. But she called you
no,
a
no.
bitch, and she
You
called
are
the
the-
love of your life a bitch. She
You are
called
the male
both of
version.
you fucking bitches and talk shit to both of you. So, therefore, knowing that, because I totally
I'm
knew
gonna
that
go
before,
back to the,
I totally
Oh Brother,
refuse to
We're All
let her
Now.
have an
you
orgasm.
didn't know that at the time.
How dare you? That's a lie. I totally knew, and that's why I performed
Real
poorly.
quick, Yale, you are the male version of a loose vagina.
Oh.
Not caring about the other person's orgasm, male version of a loose vagina. Sorry, buddy.
That is
Hold on.
completely
Hold on.
100% accurate.
It's not that we don't care. It's that we can't do anything to satisfy.
Here's
Can't
the
do
thing.
better.
Here's the thing.
I have the solution.
Here's the
This is
problem with
secret.
caring about the female orgasm. It's a myth.
No,
it doesn't
no.
exist. It's
I knew you
here's
were
the
gonna say
thing.
that. I have the solution.
At this
If you
point
shut
in
the
my
fuck up,
life,
you'll be
the
able to hear
female
everything.
orgasm is like a ghost. I have a lot of people that tell me that they've seen one, but until I've seen one, I don't know if I believe. I really don't.
All right. What's your solution, Nicole?
My solution. Here's the solution. Are you ready?
Also, the clitoris is not real. That's a fucking fake thing.
G-spot.
It's out of
Also
the
a
window.
myth.
G-spot's even more
You
fake
should
than the
look
clitoris.
it up
if
in the
that was even-
dictionary, Yale. It will
The
tell you
dictionary.
all about it.
Give me your copy.
Okay. Here's my solution. You have to shut the fuck up, and you
Oh.
have to listen.
Not
You
not
have
happening.
to listen.
Already,
You
I'm
have to.
out. I'm already
I'm out. I can't shut the fuck up.
I tell you what, I will not make a single noise for the next 10 to 12 minutes.
Oh, and you know what you need to do? You need to seduce us. Tell us about the female orgasm.
Well, it's not a myth. It's in the dictionary, so that means it's not a myth.
There's a dictionary. Huh?
Yale said that the female orgasm is a myth. Jenna, take it away.
It makes sense that he would think it's a myth. He's probably never experienced one.
So let's talk about Yale's incompetence. All right. I'm so excited about this.
The thing is that it's just biology. Like,
So do you find the G-spot is more up or down?
Up.
Okay.
I'm not sure where you're reaching, but
So
Okay,
it's so
I'm
it's
not gonna
like
say
it's
up.
like going in and like
I'm gonna use
going up to
medical
the
terms.
attic.
I'm going to use medical terms. It's anterior. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, I know what that
Front
means.
part of the body, not the back part of the body. So,
So you need to put your fingers in and then
fingers
like
in.
rip it out like like it's a hook.
Audrey, I am so sorry.
Audrey, you need to give some direction.
So you put them in and then you hook them and then you just rip them.
Here's the other thing, though. Here's the other thing is everyone's vagina is different.
Sure.
So you need to ask what they want and not just assume.
That was the secret.
Yeah, but here's the question. Is it sexy to ask or is it sexy to read body language? Because if you're able to read body language, I feel like that's okay.
Then that's great. And it also that depends on the person too.
Yeah.
Like some people prefer not to talk, some people are really vocal.
Yeah.
But like Nicole made a good point a while ago, like people pride themselves on being good at sex and saying because I do X, Y, and Z. It's not really cut and dry like that. Like the definition of being good at sex is being able to connect and read your partner and be able to adapt to what they want.
Is that whole eye contact you were talking about earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like straight girls aren't good at sex with me because they don't make eye contact.
How many straight girls have you had sex with?
Well,
That's not.
it depends on what you mean by straight. You know, my parents actually looked at me at one point and said, "Do gay people like you?" And I was like, "No, I don't think that." They're like, "When are you gonna date someone gay?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Although straight me loves you.
Right.
She said straight girls.
I don't know. You at one point were straight and you're not.
Almost. Yeah. I'm not going to disclose how many people I've had sex with. I'm going to say approximately 75% of them.
I think you should.
Straight.
I want a hard number.
No, I'm not going to do that. That's weird.
Okay. Ballpark it. If you're like you can have 10 years in between, like let's go like 20 to 30.
Don't make her do that.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, that's
lame.
But
I'm going to say about 75% of them were straight.
She's
Probably
very
more.
promiscuous.
Probably more than that, honestly. Maybe like 90%. I love straight girls.
Do you feel like it's your duty to change them?
No. For some reason, they're just...
Because it's a challenge?
What do you hate about that, Nicole?
I don't like that people think that Jenna changed me. Like that she just waved her magic wand and she's like...
Wait,
like
hold
this.
on.
Wait.
That's what you get when you go to Masters of Lesbian School.
Nicole.
Yeah.
Nicole.
Yes. Are you speaking now? Has it been 10 minutes?
It has been 10 minutes.
All right.
I feel like you really should love that because that means that person is special.
Well, of course Jenna's special.
Of course Jenna is special. Jenna's one of my favorite people because you may have had those thoughts before, you may have had those feelings before, but not had the courage to act on them before. And
that's why I think of myself as a transitional lesbian. Meaning
you help other people transition.
I'm kind of that middle ground.
You're so fucking awesome that people that are unsure are like, oh, well, I wasn't sure before, but for this bitch, oh, fuck
well,
yeah.
I think I'm a middle ground lesbian.
I will totally lick some fucking carpet for this bitch. Abso-fucking-lutely.
I'm not extremely butch, but I'm not extremely feminine either. So butch lesbians tend to be just looked at as men. Yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah. Because they're kind of like, their masculinity is like kind of intimidating, but feminine lesbians don't usually pursue. So I'm like that middle ground where they look at me and they know that I'm the aggressor. That sounds bad. But like, the initiator, but they also are not intimidated by my masculinity. So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That totally makes sense.
But also, Nicole would be gay if she met me or not. It would have just taken the right kind of person to bring it out, and I just happened to get lucky, I guess.
Yeah. No.
But I'm sure that there's another lesbian that exists that could have brought that out in her. I don't know.
Totally. Hey, don't undersell yourself, Jenna. Don't undersell yourself. You are
button up your.
You are the gatekeeper.
Thing like a cholo.
You are the gatekeeper.
She stands up to. Look at the leg. She popped the leg.
Are y'all gonna?
Yes, I wish you could see this.
Oh fuck yeah!
Everyone does.
You guys are moving down to next weekend is the Pride Parade, right?
Well, the whole month is Pride.
June, and you're gonna be fucking moving down and away. Aww.
I'll still come back.
Yeah.
I'm still furious that we're celebrating one of the 7 deadly sins as a fucking parade.
That was a good one.
Yeah. That was a good one.
What would you rate that scale 1 to 10?
Probably a 4. Yeah. It wasn't.
I would say a 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There was no base to it.
So, you guys...
There was no base, and there was very little length.
You guys, both of you, either of you, alone, together, either way, is always welcome here. You're always welcome on this podcast. I want to make people very uncomfortable. If they don't like lesbians, I want them to be very uncomfortable listening to this.
They don't like lesbians. They need to be held down and taped up and like headphones forced into their ears.
Oh, you're just turning me on right now. And then
here's the problem. Here's the problem is that there are some people that's what they want done to them, and it is
that's okay.
It is a very like now as an adult, like yeah, you figure out the line, but when you are a fucking 19-year-old and that's what you're introduced to, of like, yes, this is what I'm into. You need to do this, this, and this. You need to fucking choke me. You need to fucking slap me, and you're just like, oh my goodness, I've been having sex for a year and a half. I don't know what this is.
All
Like
I've
that
ever
shit
fuck are
scares
wet
the
paper
fuck
bags.
out of
What
you.
is this?
I was like, I don't even know what the clitoris is yet. Like we have to slow down, young lady.
We'll draw you a diagram.
Okay, draw me a unicorn. All right, you might as well because that shit is not fucking real. All right, I refuse to believe it exists.
Yep, that's right. I would be interested in knowing if you could draw a vagina diagram, like name the parts.
It's not as easy as a penis because it's mostly internal.
we will share it on our fucking Twitter. We don't give a shit.
Yeah.
We will
I need everybody to know.
We will label what's mythical. We will label what's real. And pretty much only the hole is real, if I'm not mistaken.
There's a hole. I thought you just punctured the flesh with your penis sword.
It's like
You're telling me there's a hole?
it's like Wolverine every time his claws
I
come
will be
out.
goddamn.
Oh my God. I love your laugh.
All right, so I want you both to know that we love you. We thank you guys for coming on. You guys are welcome anytime.
No, there's not a sexual reference. That is literally just coming on the podcast.
Yeah. You guys are welcome anytime. You can come back anytime. We will always record a podcast with you guys. Thank you for sharing your story, both of you.
Of course.
Because Jenny even got into her story today. It's extremely important to I'm assuming to most people that someone says, yeah, we came out early in life and we came out later in life and we both suffered struggles. I'm sure you guys hit someone's nerve, and I hope that someone's pissed off that we're talking to lesbians. I hope
If there is one fucking thing that I do right in my goddamn fucking life, it is that one person hears this and says, I've gone through the same fucking struggle and this shit does fucking suck, but it's gonna be okay. There will always be people out there that fucking love you and accept you for who you fucking are.
Absolutely.
And just know that both Yale and I, in our own different ways, love you guys and accept you guys for however the fuck you want to be. Besides killing someone, we're going to support you in any way. Even killing someone, we're probably
I will
gonna
accept
hide
you
them.
more if you kill somebody that deserves it. Like the
Yeah.
person that fucking...
But the
Like, if you want to kill George Lucas for what he did to the Phantom Menace, like, absolutely, I will fucking support you.
on board with
If
that.
you want to
On
kill
fucking
someone,
board. Jar Jar Binks, kill yourself. Fuck you.
if you want to kill someone that eats their sides first before their entree, I will support you.
If you want to
Hashtag
kill somebody
entree
that wants to have the best part of the meal as the last thing that they taste, you can kill yourself. I will not accept if you're gay, transsexual, bisexual, pansexual, anything that you're going through, I'll accept you. But if you eat your fucking sides last, if that's the last bite that you take instead of a fucking medium rare steak, get the fuck out of my country.
I will agree that
Get
medium
the
rare
fuck out of my
is
country.
the only way to eat a steak.
Compromise.
All right.
Compromise. But apparently to him, that is not as good as boiled fucking broccoli.
All right.
Go
well,
fuck yourself.
Fuck Yale. Love our guests. And thank you guys so much for coming out.
Thanks for having us.
We will do it again. guaranteed. If there's anything you guys want to add at the end, go ahead. But other than that, I think we're gonna.
Anything you would
This
like to
was super
plug?
fun.
Anything you would like to plug?
Plug.
An organization?
Oh.
Organization. If you wanna, if there's something, some gay pride that you wanna fucking promote, or.
I think we already talked about the whole month of June.
Yep. And then,
Yes, Finley, month of June, Gay Pride Parade, and Gay Pride Month, and
either be on it or be
celebrating one of the 7 deadly sins, which is an abomination to God. How dare you?
I think we're good. Tawny and Jody out.
Tawny and Jody out. Derek and Yale out. This has been the Den of Debauchery podcast. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, guys.
Go fuck yourselves. Good night. Hey guys, thank you for tuning into that episode. If you enjoyed it, please like it, share it, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all of our upcoming videos. And if you didn't like it, then don't share it. I don't give a shit. You think I need your fucking support? We do. We totally need your support. Please share this.